When you have a parent or relative who needs to downsize, it really can be tough on everyone, emotionally and logistically. So after helping her grandmother downsize from a home to a care facility, Restoring Order's Vicki Norris picked up a number of very helpful tips for a smooth transition. You're taking a look at Grace Nurse, and she is grandmother to Vicki Norris. Now, Vicki, you were just mentioning that Grace has been through a lot recently. She just downsized, and you helped her do that.
Well, I did, but also my family was involved in the process too, because, you know, a downsize can be kind of time-consuming, and it can be overwhelming for people, but it doesn't have to be.
All right, let's talk about what we need when any of us downsizes to begin with. What's our first step?
Well, the first step, you want to create a quick little timeline and actually schedule some time to work on this just so that you're not overwhelmed. Then you want to inventory the existing home. Make a list of all the belongings, the collections, the valuables, and consult relatives.
Now, that can be overwhelming. If it's you or if it's your grandmother or your mother, whoever it is, that can be really overwhelming.
It can be, but, you know, we just got out a notepad and started listing the large items, you know, the bedroom set, the entertainment center, the bookshelf, the hide-a-bed and things like that, and kind of made a list of everything major, not all the little tiny things.
Right.
And then we consulted relatives. My grandmother had made a list, actually, of everything that should go to each person, so that was a huge help.
That's got to be helpful. Yeah.
That was a big help. And after you've inventoried the existing place and you've decided what you can feasibly take with you, then you want to sell or donate the remainder. And so we just had an estate sale right there in her 2-bedroom condo, and that helped out a lot because there's people right there, you know, ready for the sale.
So that's, and you say it's key to start purging.
It is. You want to purge as you go. Whether you're downsizing from a 5-bedroom house to a 3-bedroom house, or whether you're making your final move, purge along the way and it will be so much easier.
And then, as you did with your granny, you purged along the way, you assess what you have in her existing space, and then you went to her new place, right?
That's right. And I took some pictures of the new place, just an empty slate. I actually drew a floor plan, Helen, and it doesn't have to be hard. I just ripped out a piece of notepaper.
But this is as simple as it is.
It's that simple. I just draw it out, measure it out, so you know what kind of things can you get, a double bed, a single bed, what size of a chair can you have, because we wanted to really create a home, not just a bedroom. And so that way we knew how much furniture we could bring by placing it on our floor plan, and also assessing anything that needed to be cleaned or replaced, like a light fixture.
Okay, when it comes to the emotional aspects of downsizing, and when it concerns your grandmother, you really need to take some things into consideration, don't you?
You really do. You want to make sure that this is a dignified process for your loved one. So the important things are to get some familiar things at the new place before you transfer your loved one to that place, so they feel like they're coming home.
With your granny, it was the teacups. She has a collection of teacups.
Yes, she has a collection of teacups, and so we began packing that one thing before she moved, so that she kind of got the idea, I'm moving, and she knew that her favorite collection was going with her. But then when she arrived, everything was set up. So it is important to surround your loved one with important family memorabilia. She has some lovely paintings and family photos that are important to her, and so we wanted to make sure that those were up on the walls and she was surrounded by those familiar things.
What about people who downsize and they end up putting their stuff in a storage locker? Is that, I mean, you end up paying for the storage.
Now, you know what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Purge.
You know, storage units cost us so much money. The average stint in a storage unit is actually 15 months, but I can imagine that it's probably much longer for people who are making a large downsize, because they just never have the energy or time to get back to it, to clean it out.
One of the things you said your mom did, which was key to this, is making sure that she had everything together legally, right?
Yes, that's so important. Downsizing at any age to any new home. You want to make sure that your affairs are in order. Get power of attorney for your loved ones, so that if you become unable to make those decisions, your loved ones can. Your health care directive in place. My mom says that the power of attorney has saved her time and time again, just in helping ease that process. Then after the move, you want to think about change of address, and who's going to take care of those, that just bill paying and managing that person's affairs. Because, of course, remember, you're doing it on top of your own affairs as well.
Right. And you also, in this room that you set up for your granny, you set up a really sweet little thing so that she feels comfortable, in addition to the teacups, but a little sitting area.
Yes, we did. We created a sitting area because, again, we had limited space, but we wanted it to feel like a sitting room. We wanted a place where her and my mom could sit down and have a cup of tea together. We also wanted her to be positioned so she could look out the window window and see the, feel like it's a larger space. So that was a key to a small space, is trying to, everything you can to expand that space, whether it's with shelving, storage, the way you position furniture, looking out the window, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, she seems like she's doing really well. You did a great job. This is wonderful. I think we should put the tips on our website. We'll also have a link from our website to yours, and remind folks that you have your book, Restoring Order to Your Home, Vicki Norris.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.